Hello everyone, welcome back to the videos on venture capital. In today's video, we will discuss about the features and importance of venture capital. So first, we will have a short discussion on the features of venture capital. Okay, so the main features of venture capital in general are as follows. Venture capital is an equity finance. It is based on new ideas. It involves long-term investment, especially in the growth-oriented industries. It involves high-risk investment. In case of venture capital, the venture capital financing exits after a specified period of time. Then there is provision of business expertise, financing of small and medium-term firms, and after the firm gets into a position, there is a sale of shares in the open market. And one of the main feature is the illiquid investment nature of venture capital financing. And last, we have the employment generation done by venture capital financing. Okay, so these are the main features of venture capital financing in general. And now we will look into each one of them. In detail, the first feature was venture capital financing is basically an equity finance. So when we discussed about the introduction to venture capital financing, I already pointed out that in normal cases, this will be in the form of equity finance. Okay, so this venture capitalist has the main aim or the focus to make capital gain by selling the shares when the firm becomes profitable. So this venture capital financing provided by venture capitalist to a particular company or to a particular industry, and after a point of time that particular firm may start to earn profit or they reach in a better position, and after that what this venture capitalists do is sell the shares and make capital gain. Okay, so thus we can say that venture capital is potential equity participation. The second feature of venture capital financing is it is based on new ideas. Venture capitalists provide funds always to new industries or innovative industries or firms who brings up new ideas, and they invest their money in the commercialization of new ideas. Long-term investment in growth-oriented companies. So if a particular venture capitalist feel that this particular firm, the firm XYZ Limited, has a potential to have growth, or it is a growth oriented company, and they will give the investment opportunity or the investment will be extended for a long period of time. That means they will give that particular firm a particular gestation period of 5 to 10 years so that they can slowly come up and stable themselves. Okay, so this we know that the growth oriented new firms will be having high risky projects too. So minimum gestation period is provided by this venture capitalist before bringing revenue. Okay, then 4, we have high risk investment. So since this fund is given to new entrepreneurs or new companies who uh, who had just started or who had just come up with a new idea, normally it may involve high risk investment. Okay. Then next we have provision of business expertise. So last day we saw that venture capitalists not only provide funds for starting a new business or for starting an innovative business idea, it also gives several management assistance in the form of project advisories, or they may give what to say the management assistants, and they have expertise in certain field, like in the field of investment they may give expertise or expert opinions and advices. All this forms the part of venture capital financing. But in the case of a banker, the banker only provides loan, or they only provides capital to a particular person. Okay. And in the case of an investor who is only interested in making profit, he will only look into that. But a venture capitalist assists the entrepreneur in running the enterprises very successfully. Okay. Then next we have financing small and medium firm. So the venture capitalist services are extended to small and medium firms also. That means they constantly involve themselves in such firms so that they themselves can make them viable. Okay. Then sale of shares in the open market. Once the venture capitalist feels that this particular company or particular firm is making profit, or they are stable in a particular position, they may sell the shares in the market so that it may increase the volume of money in the capital market. So after selling the shares, those venture capitalists can use that particular money to invest in some other projects. Okay. Then in this case the investment is illiquid. That means the investment is realized only when the company gets its shares listed. Okay, so it is not like the ordinary loan or overdraft. Whenever the company gets its shares listed, the investment is realized. Until that time, the investment is not liquid. And now we have employment generation. So whenever new forms are coming up, innovative ideas and startups are coming up, there is an increased chance of employment generation also. Okay, so it will create more employment opportunities for the people, and also thus it may help in promoting the balanced regional development also. And last we have, after a particular point of time, when this particular venture is done or is completed by those capitalists or those investors, they may exit from there. Okay, so once the venture starts making profit, the venture capital funds or the venture capital financing may exit by selling their shares. So these are the main general features of venture capital financing. You can add more features which is suitable for explaining the concept of venture capital financing. Okay. So now let's move into the importance of venture capital. Why there is a need of venture capital? What is the reason behind? Or why should I go for venture capital financing? Let's see. The first important point is it creates a new industry. Okay, so this investment can create or can build entire industry sectors by funding groundbreaking innovations. So from biotechnology to information technology, and from there to another type of technology or to startups. This can be brought to life, and this can bring a new life and improve the standard of living of people. So this always creates a new industry and thus increases the employment opportunity. And this second point we have already discussed, that is it helps in creating jobs by funding the entrepreneurs, promoting employment opportunities and thus helping in the sustainable development in the particular economy. Then venture capitalists also help in developing entrepreneurial talents and retaining the talents within the economy. So new business persons or new entrepreneurs come into the society, or they have a growth in the society, and thus that entrepreneur traits or talents can be developed. And this is the most important thing which is it creates competitiveness. So in case where there is a venture capitalist, it helps the nation to stay competitive in the industries wherever the venture capital industry is heavily involved. Okay. The next point we have, it creates cash flows and revenue. That means it is all about using money to make more money. So they invest in a particular project with an objective of creating more capital gain. So when a successful company goes on to an initial public offer or IPO, it encourages more entrepreneurs to join the race, okay, and also work towards their dreams. Then it also induces economic growth and increases GDP. That means after employment opportunities are created, after the creation of employment opportunities, more people will be working, and they may contribute to the economic growth, and also thus GDP of the nation will be increased. And also it promotes good corporate governance practices in venture capital backed companies. So good corporate governance practices takes place in many companies. Okay. And it may also support innovations and R&D. R&D is research and development in their funded ventures. So they may also help in research works or research and development works, and also innovations in case of venture capital financing. So these are some of the reasons by which we can say that venture capital financing is important in the case of a particular nation. So it creates a job, and it helps in economic growth, and thus it helps the entrepreneurs turn innovative ideas and scientific advances into products and services, and that in a way change the way we live, that may improve the standard of living of people. And also they provide some guidances and some expertise and advices and management assistance to the entrepreneurs. So these features and importance and significance of venture capital financing makes it more attractive to many people, many upcoming entrepreneurs. Okay, so I hope these two concepts are clear for you. And once the venture capital concept is clear, I believe these features and importance points can be noted down or written down by yourself. Go through the material again and understand the concept. Thank you.